What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I am back here with some more MLB 15, the show Chicago Cubs franchise. And today is going to be Game 1 of the National League Divisional Series against the San Diego Padres. Now, as you take a look at the playoff bracket, as you see right here, the Red Sox did beat the Astros in their one-game playoff, and the Astros are sitting at home, while the Red Sox are going to be playing the Oakland Athletics in their first round matchup, or the NLDS, while the Yankees take on the Indians. And on the other side in the NL, we have the Cubs and Padres, obviously, and then we have the Mets and Dodgers. So, what are your predictions for the playoffs? How far do you think the Cubs will go? How far do you think everybody else will go in the field? As of today, we have Tyson Ross versus John Lester. And I'm not going to go into make this a long one, so I hope you guys do enjoy this little preview of what is to come in the playoffs. I did say in the last Cubs franchise video that Game 1 will be a certain length, like 10 to 20 minutes of game, while the rest of these games, 2, 3, and until up to the elimination game, are going to be possibly just, 3 or 4 minutes long, depending on how much highlights there are to show that are important. But anyway, I hope you guys do enjoy. Please leave your predictions in the comment section below. And until the game, I will see you then. Peace. And we are here in Game 1 of the National League Divisional Series, here between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres here at Wrigley Field. And it's John Lester going to take the mound. He had a pretty good solid season, about 14-9 record, and I do believe a 2.49 ERA. So that's really solid. We're hoping he can continue that this postseason. He has been known to be a really good postseason pitcher for the Red Sox in the past. He's won a World Series with them, and we just hope it translates over. You see our stats here. We have a really good setup here to win the National League. We have a good lineup. Yes, I have Ray Del Carmen going to be starting in left field in this series over Denorfia and over Coughlin, and I have a reason for that. Del Carmen is, I know he's young and he's inexperienced in the playoffs, but he is going to be the future of this team, believe it or not. So we need to. I'm not saying we're going to play to lose the playoffs, no, but I do want him to get as much of the experience as he can, and learn from the guys like Denorfia and Sweeney, and not Sweeney, but Coughlin, Denorfia and Coughlin especially, because those guys have experience. They've been there before, and they can learn. And it's not like Coughlin or Denorfia aren't going to play. They're going to have their roles in the playoffs as well. So we just got to take it one step at a time with this team. Yes, we're in a really good spot. We're in an excellent spot to win the National League. And as you see, Ross is going to take the mound here for the Padres. And we're just hoping we could just come out with Game 1 under our belt. As you see, the Padres lineup is like this. We have Solarte, Alonso Kemp, Upton, Norris, Myers, Gallardo, Asmarita, and Ross. And in the field for the Chicago Cubs, or actually starting pitcher John Lester, 14-9 with a 2.67 and a 62 earned runs, 169 strikeouts. He's been known for a strikeout, for his strikeouts. I don't know how much he's gotten this year as far as innings pitched goes, but he has done enough this year to consider himself, a formidable threat in the postseason. And we're not going to skip the warm-ups here. And we're going to take a look at the Cubs defensively here in just a minute. Our infield is basically the same as it's been all year. We have Rizzo, Russell, Bryant, and Castro in the infield, with Montero and Lester on the mound and behind the plate. Then we have Del Carmen, Fowler, and Soler in the outfield. As you see, the first at-bat is going to be a walk, and that's how we're going to start off our ball game. So Lester having some control issues here in the first inning as he beans Matt Kemp. And Lester has been struggling so far here in this first inning. 3-2 count. He is having a tough time finding the strike zone. And every time he does find the strike zone, it ends up being a meatball like that. as the Padres get on the board first. It's 1-0 San Diego. And the San Diego Padres are a formidable opponent. They've won 86 games this year, and they could very well be sneaking up on us come into the playoffs. So here we get out of the inning with only 1 run given up. So luckily they didn't put up a crooked number. As you see, the Cubs lineup is like this: Fowler, Russell, Rizzo, Bryant, Soler, Montero, Castro, Del Carmen, and Lester. And I did put Del Carmen 8th in the lineup because of that experience that he has. And, you know, put him in lower in the lineup, he doesn't seem like as a big of a threat. So Tyson Ross taking the mound, 12-12 with a 3.95, 88 earned runs, 182 strikeouts on the year. We're going to see how well he can perform in the postseason. So Anthony Rizzo here with an 0-2 count here. And the pitch from Ross is going to be a swing and a miss on a pitch up and out of the zone. And Tyson Ross gets out of the first inning with nothing harmed. So second inning here, we have a nice little bloop into right center field for the Padres. And Fowler is going to struggle to get this one as he's slow to pick it up. So this could have been easily just a double, but it turned into a stand-up triple. Or we might have had a chance at third, actually, but being slow on the relay and the delivery from Fowler, he ends up on third standing. But we do get out of it here as Anthony Rizzo just trots over to first, ends the threat, and the Cubs will get away with nothing there. So here we are in the second inning. Montero with a 1-1 count. The pitch from Ross is going to be taken, popped up, and that's not what we wanted right there. Montero got a little bit under that one, and Ross gets out of that one too unscathed. So third inning, still 1-0. Lester, and that's ball 4. He's having control issues all game long. This is not what we wanted. As you see again, Lester gets out of that one, striking out Norris to end the threat. So now here in the third, we do have Jorge Soler at the plate. And Soler, or that's Castro. They both have the same batting stance, but you see Castro gets on base on an error. Little bit of a trend here. That's the first error on this San Diego shortstop. But you're gonna see a little bit more of that, I do believe. There's quite a few errors in this game. Not really something that either team wants, because errors can end up biting in the ass. But it didn't bite them here as the Padres again get out of the inning with no runs given up. So in the fourth, Lester with a 3-1 count, having control issues once again, walking another batter. Third walk he's given up this game, and this is only the fourth inning. So again, he comes out, Solarte comes out swinging and missing for strike 3. We get out of another jam, and the Cubs still have yet to get their first hit. So here in the fourth, Addison Russell here with a 1-1 count. The pitch from Ross is taken to deep left center field. And that one, ladies and gentlemen, is gone. Goodbye, baseball. Addison Russell ties up the game up at 1. And after we thought, hey, what the hell? We're not getting many hits here. We're barely making contact with the ball. Addison Russell just breaks the mold, and the Cubs get on the board. It's now tied at 1. Addison Russell, not really known for power either, but he does get some good wood on that one. And Joe Madden is definitely happy about that. We are happy about that. All Cubs fans are happy about that one. And it's now 1-1. Now, here comes Anthony Rizzo. The pitch from Ross is going to be taken right back. Oh, the shortstop bobbles it again. That's the second time he's bobbled the ball. Couldn't get a clean look on it. So, yeah, we might pick on him a little bit more now, shall we? Now, here's Chris Bryant at the plate with Rizzo on. And Ross with the pitch. And, oh, take me out, why don't you? Hit the deck. You're going to take your base while you're at it, too. So runners on first and second here with 1 out. Here's Montero with a 3-0 count, and that is a 4-pitch walk. Looks like Ross is having a meltdown out there. After giving him no hits in the first 3 innings, he is having a meltdown. Just a complete meltdown out there. It is not a pretty sight there for Tyson Ross. It is just awful out there. So here's Ray Del Carmen, and like I said, this is why I inserted him into the lineup. This guy can perform, and look at that beautiful, beautiful hit right there as he runs into, and the Cubs have a 3-1 lead here in Game 1 of the National League Divisional Series, and we have runners on first and third. Montero gets the third. We kept Del Carmen at first. I don't know why, but John Lester at the plate now, and we all know he is not the guy we want at the plate because he could barely hit the ball. He just got his first career hit not too long ago, and that's just, yeah, let's just leave it at that. So now here in the 5th inning, Lester's still having some issues keeping the ball, keeping the ball within check. He has been kind of, very erratic today. And this one right here just is the icing on top of the cake. As you see, another hit here by Matt Kemp is going to put runners on the corners with nobody out. And this spells disaster. This spells freaking disaster. Justin Upton gets a little dribbler towards Lester. The throw to first is not in time. And now we have a runner on first and second, and the Cubs' lead has diminished to just 1. It's 3-2. So now again, here's Norris back up the middle, and here's Fowler throwing it to home plate, and that is going to be late. Well, actually, it was on time, but the throw was just a little bit off target, and now it's 3-3. So Lester just having a really shaky start. He's thrown 88 pitches in 4 1/3 innings. So here we go, another hit to Del Carmen, and this has runners on the corners as well, as Del Carmen's going to try and throw home as well, but the throw is way off the mark and late, and it's now 4-3 San Diego. So just like that, our lead is gone. Just like that. Welcome to Cubs baseball in the playoffs. You see Lester throw to first. That is going to end Lester's start. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned, and 90 pitches in 5 innings. That is not what we wanted. You see Fowler getting a little dribbler, and the shortstop bobbles it again. That's the 3rd time he has not picked up the ball cleanly, and he's hit, which is kind of strange because I feel like there should be 3 errors. But now you see Addison Russell taking this one to deep right center field, as Fowler is going to come around to third, and he's going to try and score, and Russell's going to go to third with an RBI triple. So this game is now tied back up at 4. Interesting game so far. Yeah, what do you think about that? Game 1, we're already having fireworks, and now we have a position here to take the lead once again. Chris Bryant at the plate with 1 out, and Tyson Ross on the mound still. And Chris Bryant gets that one past Alonso for a base hit, and the Cubs take the lead once again. It's 5-4. This is getting very, very, very exciting here. The sparks are definitely flying here in Game 1. As you see, double play, Soler has not had a great game so far, and that is going to end that threat right there. So now it's 5-4 Cubs. As you see, Jason Mott has taken over on the mound, and he gets out of that one pretty easily for the out. As now you see Ray Del Carmen at the plate again. He did hit a 2 RBI single last time, but with nobody on base, this time he draws a walk. So now we have a runner on first, and now we have to bring in the pinch hitter, which I was thinking about taking, kind of like throwing away the inning, because Jason Mott went out there and he did well. He went 1-2-3 that inning, but I took the walk anyway, and here is Tommy La Stella taking this one to deep left center, but short of putting that one over the wall, and that is an out. So now we have to put in Neil Ramirez, and Neil Ramirez gives up the first pitch single to start off his outing, and this just turns into disaster as well, because now we have a runner going for second, and that is an out right there. Justin Upton, you can go away for trying to steal second base. But later on, Norris taking this pitch to deep left center field, and that one is gone as well. Norris puts one on the board by himself. It's now 5-5. The fireworks are still going. It's just shot after shot after shot being taken at these teams. They're just killing each other out here. And man, this is only Game 1 of a 5-game series, possible 5-game series. We cannot have heart attacks like this every single game. Otherwise, we may not last in the playoffs. But as long as we take this first game under our belt, I don't think we'll have any worries. But there's still plenty of baseball left to be played. As you see, another base hit here by the Padres, as Neil Ramirez is just having himself an awful outing. And this is probably going to be the only inning he's going to pitch, as Neil Ramirez gets this one, gives up another hit. He's given up 4 hits this inning, and luckily he only gave up 1 run. But here we go again. Neil Ramirez gets this one to pop up to Starlin Castro. Thank the Lord that happened, because oh my God, we would have had just another complete meltdown if Neil Ramirez gave up another hit. But we have here in the 7th Anthony Rizzo with a 2-2 count, and he takes this one right back where it came from for a nice solid single. And now Chris Bryant coming up to the plate. Hopefully we can get something started with 2 outs. you know, the inning's never over until there's 3 outs. So we just got to keep fighting. And now Chris Bryant at the plate here with a 2-2 count. 20 pitches thrown this inning by the San Diego pitcher. And Bryant swings and misses for strike 3, unfortunately. He hasn't had the greatest game. He did come up with that RBI, but other than that, he really hasn't had a great game. You see a little blooper here being put in the left field. Ray Del Carmen picks that one up, brings it in, and Pedro Strop has taken the mound now for the Cubbies. So 3-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first, and ball 4. We have had a lot of control issues in this game, and we cannot have this in the postseason. Otherwise, it's going to be a huge blow to our team. As you see, Justin Upton swings and misses for strike 3. Pedro Strop getting hyped, going back to the dugout, hoping his team can get him some run support, and hopefully he can come out with the win. Starlin Castro not really doing that all that well. Grounds out to Alonso, and that is going to end the threat. So in the 9th, Strop again, ground ball to third. Bryant bobbles it, and the throw to first is late. So yeah, now we have a runner on first, and now that threat is over. As you see, Castro picks that one up, throws it over to Russell, and the threat is over. Now we go to the bottom of the 9th. Ray Del Carmen at the plate again. He has been solid this entire game. Valverde on the mound for the Padres. He has been known to be pretty good. But over the years, he has been kind of strugglish. Valverde, though, walks Del Carmen. Now we have Coughlin at the plate here. We got a pinch hitter in for Strop. And Coughlin gets that one by, base hit. 2 on, nobody out. Dexter Fowler at the plate. Now, I had this in my mind. I wanted to get the runners over since we had nobody out. Why not do a sacrifice bunt? And look what, this is absolute perfection right here, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get much better than this. Fowler lays down the perfect bunt over to the first base side of the bag or the field, and just amazing bunt. And now we have runners on second and third, 1 out. Addison Russell at the plate. He has been clutch so far in this game. Can he deliver one more time? And this one's taken to deep center field. The catch, the throw home, and Del Carmen. Cubs win. Run scores. Del Carmen gets across the plate. Addison Russell is your hero, ladies and gentlemen, in Game 1 of the National League Divisional Series as the Cubs take a 1-0 series lead. Just an amazing performance by Addison Russell. Yes, we had a bad day on the mound for all the pitchers. Well, for most pitchers that we had. Strop and Mott did really well. And now Addison Russell just comes through in the most amazing way. I wouldn't say it was a storybook finish, but I love it. And Addison Russell just he did his job today, and hopefully he can continue to do what he did throughout the entire postseason. Because man, we could really use a guy like that on our team right now. Like Game 2, Arrieta's going to take the mound, and we hope that Addison Russell can just come in and do the finest of work. As you know, he is player of the game. It's obvious. 2 for 4, a home run, 3 RBIs, and the Cubs win Game 1. And Game 2 will be coming out shortly. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a first-time viewer of myself, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description, and also there's a little outro for it if you guys want to see that. But until next time, my name is Sim with Vengeance, and I am out. Peace.